Hi team, hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna go through some plays and setups next week that I'm looking at to trade. But before we dive in, please like, subscribe, and comment if you have anything that you'd like to share, because I'm eager to get to 500 subscribers and I would really appreciate it, especially if you found some content that you liked in this video. Please hit all those buttons because it really does help me out. With that being said, let's jump right into it. So, what a day for the market. We finally got our first green candle here after having a series of down days, we finally get that green candle. Now, on the long-term trend here, you can see that there was a strong trend line that we broke through. And since we broke through, we've just bulldozed our way through all of these support lines. And we finally found a support line that was able to hold. And we are now heading into next week. My prediction next week, we have a GTC conference hosted by NVDA happening next week. That's happening throughout the week. So I do see some positive bullishness happening throughout the week, which is why I drew up these candles. This is kind of just my little guess here that we're going to climb through those days during the NVIDIA conference. I think it's going to be a little more positive sentences. Basically they'll cover robotics, AI, software, all that good stuff that people love to hear about. And NVIDIA they finish on Wednesday. The conference will still go to Friday, but they finish on Wednesday. And I suspect Wednesday is kind of when we'll have the most hype into the market. And then Trump's going to deliver some news regarding tariffs on automobile companies, which is where I start seeing it do a pullback. And basically, I suspect that the pullback, is going to bring us back downtown to the support level here at 5,500. Whether this pullback happens on Friday, that's probably doubtful. But throughout next week, I really see the support here, and you know, during April 2nd, still the big day where he plans on announcing more tariffs. So keep an eye out for that. But April 2nd, leading into April 2nd, March 31st, that's kind of where I'm going to see like, hey, do we break through further? But that's later. We don't need to worry about that. For now, next week, yeah, just think about this positive trend line and then a little breakthrough during the week. That's the S&P. I'm going to go to Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin has had these two very strong trend lines, and it's been battling back and forth between these trend lines. I do think it's very strong trend line, so I suspect we probably won't break through here. But if we do break through here and you do own Bitcoin, you need to be very careful and need to be cautious, as this it could turn very ugly pretty quickly. For now, though, everything's fine. You're still on the positive side, so you don't need to worry about that. For the shorter term, we have this trend line here. I'm expecting this guy to hit the 86,000 or close to that range, and then potentially come back down. I don't expect a lot of movement happening here this week. I think it's going to stay in this range. So nothing too crazy with Bitcoin to worry about right now. MSTR, same thing. They follow Bitcoin very, very strongly. So they have the super strong support line here. They have the temporary downtrend line, very similar setup as Bitcoin. The only thing is these guys are closer to the trend line. I think 300 is a zone of resistance, as well as the 318 is a zone of resistance. So I'm looking to short MSTR right now, and I'm hoping to make that money on this short trade here. But we will see. I do think this is a bit of a riskier trade. I have some other trades coming up that are a bit easier for you guys. But if it breaks through both these lines here, expect a very positive sentiment. If it so this line here and then this line here, if it doesn't break through, then yeah, expect some more downside. Hopefully, I would love for it to get back down here 238, but maybe it retests this 270 there. And so keep a lookout for that for MSTR. For now, big resistance play. PLTR. This guy here is my easy money play for you guys. I think it's going to be an easy pick. So I already drew up the the risk to reward zone here. I've been playing it a couple times. I shorted at 90, I buy it at 80, I shorted at 90, back and forth, keep selling and buying. We finally had a breakdown here, so the bearishness is getting a little stronger on Palantir. Now it's kicking back up. I would love for it to get to 90. I don't know if it'll get all the way to 90, but I'd love for it to get 90. I feel very confident it's not going to break through 90, which is why I think it's an excellent short-term trade with a risk to reward that looks very good. So if you see this guy getting close to 90, I say short it to make the money bags. That's what it's all about. We're here for the money bags. So you short it, you get money bags down to the downside, and then 80 would be, your zone to get out. But with this lower zone here, it could go back and retest this line here. We'll have to see how that plays out. So short on 90, easy money play. Tesla, same thing. I think it's another easy money play. Tesla's had some very bad sentiment lately in the market. Everybody's boycotting their cars. People are, vandalizing a lot of their businesses. A lot of people are really pissed because of Elon Musk, which is causing an extreme downturn on Tesla. And even the company has sent out a letter to ask Trump to not put so many tariffs on specific parts for their cars that they need, because this increased costs, and this is going to be even more difficult for Tesla to keep out coming stronger. Of course, longer term, a lot of people are saying Tesla is going to be more software, AI, and there's a lot of growth potential. But right now, we're in the short term, and that's what I'm focusing on. And they're getting pummeled by news and everything that's going on. So they're here at 250. There could be a potential short trade 250. I wouldn't do that, though. I think it's too risky. I think the easy money trade that I would give to you guys is if this baby can get to 270, you can put a 2% loss on this, maybe 2.5 to be a little safer. And the reward for sure. So that's almost a 3 reward there. That would be an easy one. But honestly, all this bad news, I could really see this Kai coming back down. Definitely testing the 230 zone here. That's kind of what I'll be looking for. So see this guy coming up during the GTC conference. They're going to get a little bit of the hype news from that as well. So expect this guy to go up, hit the resistance line here, and back downtown, definitely to the 230 area. There's a lot of support there, so 230, that's where I would get out. So keep a lookout for that. Another easy money trade for you. We got NVDA. I already drew this up here, but NVIDIA, as you know, I've mentioned already a couple times right now, they got the GTC conference, so these guys are going to get an easy momentum play up to the top. I suspect it gets to the 130, 128, 130. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And then once all the GTC news is over and Trump starts coming back in with those tariffs, this guy is going to come back down. And April 2nd is when he may mention that he's going to do semiconductor tariffs. And that is not going to be good news for NVIDIA. That baby will be coming back down. But NVIDIA is still a terrific company and absolutely crushing it. So this guy is great. And I would absolutely love to get back in here at 105. That would be amazing. But I think a lot of people would love that. So, 113 could be maybe my zone where I buy back in. So keep a lookout for that. Here's some riskier plays that you can look at. SOUN. Basically, SOUN, let me get rid of this stuff. SOUN is looking to the upside through next week. They'll be performing at GTC as well. They're looking to the upside next week. They're very bullish. As they come up, I'm going to be looking for a short-term trade. So I'm not sure they're going to get to the 12. I think that's very, very optimistic. We will see. I'll kind of see where it tests support line. Maybe like hits a certain level, comes back down, and then like I can get a short trade on that next level that they get. So right now I'm just watching SOUN, no trades. But if for some reason it hits this level here, that's 100% short zone. and I'll be looking for some profits down to the downside. So keep a lookout for that. QBT, they absolutely crushed it recently. They've reported news that they finally sold their first quantum computer, which, or I don't know, finally, maybe they sold another, I don't know, but they sold a quantum computer and made a boatload of money. And basically, they said they've figured out a use case for it that can solve a problem. I tried looking online. I don't know if you guys found it online, but I looked online and I could not for the life of me find what solution they solve. He just keeps saying, I solved a solution. So I'm a little bit doubtful. The CEO of NVDA says that it's 15, 30 years out. This guy says most practical solutions are later down the road, but he solved a solution that's useful now. I don't know what that solution is. Maybe it's a useless solution. Maybe it's a good solution. My opinion is that it's more for research why the company bought this thing, and the CEO here probably would agree. It's a bit more for research, and so I'm not sure it's going to be continuous sales. So right now there's hype and there's growth in this, and a little bit of positivity in the quantum sector. So I do see this guy going to the upside. I'm gonna see how they react to the 11 around here 1130 zone, and then see how it reacts to the 1350 zone. Those are kind of support levels that you could see in the past, and then I'll probably look to short it later in the week after the GTC conference is over and Trump starts announcing tariffs. I'll probably try and look in shorting that for this guy. So I'm just being a little patient, waiting it out. But I did buy, and all the good news, I did buy here, and I made some solid profits, and I got out. I don't really like to hold, these penny stocks throughout the night, because obviously things can change like crazy after hours, and I don't want to be looking at my phone every second of the day. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'll see how it goes. I might even hop in, but yeah, if it gets up here, there'll be a short-term trade. Those are the plays of the week that I'm looking at personally. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well. I know there's like 4 of you that listen to the video, because I don't have a lot of people watching right now, and probably none of you make it to this part of the video. But if you did and you liked what you heard, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know in the comments which stocks you're looking at to play and which ones were your favorite plays. Otherwise, take care, team, and stay green.